I'm Jane Nieman, this is my wife Jane, and we are both members of the Buckeye Miata Club. But in addition to the Buckeye Miata Club, and more importantly, we are both longtime volunteers at Camp Victory Junction in North Carolina, and then as a result of Camp Victory Junction, we've gotten heavily involved in the development of the new Flying Horse Farms camp in Mount Gilead that we are unbelievably excited about. Jane and I first got involved in Camp Victory Junction myself about 5 years ago. I think this is my 5th year of going down. This will be Jane's 3rd year of going down to the camp. We go down 1 week a year, and we volunteer our time at the camp with the young children that are critically and terminally ill. It's very difficult to put into words what the camp means to me. It's almost impossible to describe. It is truly unbelievable the work that's done at the camp. When you see the volunteers who are giving their time to work with these young children, the medical professionals who come in, a new group of medical professionals every week that come in, the entire staff. To think that this whole idea began a number of years ago with Paul Newman and his neighbor sitting in Connecticut sketching an idea out on a napkin, and when you see the wonderful work that's come out of it is truly phenomenal. So at any rate, we're as excited as we are about Camp Victory Junction. We're even more excited about the fact that we could have a camp like this right here in our backyard in Ohio that we can volunteer at all the time.
What do you do when you volunteer?
Jerry is a camp counselor. He works in the cabin and with the children and does all the events each day with the regular counselors, the ones that are there for the whole summer. And I volunteer in the kitchen, and I enjoy that. We do not prepare the food, but we work in the kitchen setting up the cafeteria and then shutting it down and help serve the children that are in our cabin. We each get assigned to a cabin, but mainly we work in the kitchen area.
And do you get to know the children?
Yes, very
yeah,
well.
Very much.
And when you go repeatedly and you go for the same week every year, you get to see the children return, and that is so heartwarming because you really work up a relationship with them, you get to know them, and then when you see them a year later and their condition has improved, it just warms your heart.
So what have you done so far for Flying Horse Farms?
Flying Horse Farms, the last 2 years, when we go down to Camp Victory Junction, we chaperone some children back that Flying Horse Farms sponsored that week at Camp Victory Junction. So, and again, this year we're going down and we will be bringing 9 children home on the plane.
And the good news is the numbers keep growing.
Yes, the first
year we had 1 child, and then last year we brought, what, 5
home.
And this year we're bringing 9 home.
9
so that's really encouraging. I might just piggyback also on what Jane said. It is truly heartwarming when you see the kids whose condition have improved from year to year. I would say the other side of that is each year that I've gone down, I don't know if Jane has the same thought, but each year that I've gone down, I think about the kids who aren't there that year that were there the previous year. There's always that little bit of doubt in your mind. Has their condition worsened? Where are they? Because there is such a concern for the children.
What would you say to everyone in Ohio who would like to get involved in Flying Horse Farms?
I would say go for it. It is any time that you spend at the camp or doing something for the camp, you get more from it than you give.
Definitely.
Each year when we go down to camp for the week, we certainly bring more back than I feel that we gave. And it is so worthwhile and so rewarding. And the camp is more like a family with a goal, and you get close to the people, and there's a love and a bond that grows every time you're with them.
I would agree with that, and I would also say anybody who thinks you have any problems in your life, go to the camp. Because when you come back from that camp after being there 1 week, you will realize you do not have any problems. You are truly, truly blessed. For those of you who have children, you'll hug your children a little tighter when you get back home. For those of you who have grandchildren, you will hug your grandchildren a little tighter, and you'll praise God for the blessings that you're blessed with, that you have healthy children. Because there are so many children out there that are not blessed with good health. These kids that go to this camp could not go to camp at all. They would not be able to go to a camp, any kind of camp, if it weren't for this camp, because of their special needs and because of the special volunteers who work with them. It's truly a miracle. I'd say if you're in doubt, if you're thinking about whether to get involved or not, put your doubt aside and get involved in some way.
Is there anything you'd like to say in closing to all the people in the Midwest about Flying Horse Farm?
If I had to say anything, what I would say was get behind it wholeheartedly. These children need this time away from their illnesses. They need a time to be children, have fun, be like every other child in the world. And that's what Flying Horse Farms will give them. And this area of the country is a blessing. It's something I can't even put into words. The children, the happiness that those kids feel for just that week, and the relationships that they build, it is so worthwhile. And everyone needs to get behind it 100%.
If you go for a week, you'll come back with a year's full of memories just from that 1 week. As Jane mentioned earlier, you will get 10 times, if not more, the amount out of it than that which you put into it. The blessing has really been ours, that we've been blessed with, to have gotten involved in the camp. I remember 5 years ago thinking about, should I get involved or not? There was that little bit of doubt. My advice would be, put that doubt aside, because once you go and once you get involved in any way, Katie bar the door. It'll light a fire inside of you, and you'll be filled with the passion that hopefully Jane and I are filled with for the camp.
And we're looking forward to keeping Flying Horse Farms, because now we can do it on weekends, and because of the close proximity, we can just go whenever we want to. And we will be so happy to be able to do that, rather than just once a year.
That's been the one downside for us, is that it's created a longing in us during the year to want to go back more often. And because of the distance from here to North Carolina, it's been difficult. We are excited about the new camp being built in Mount Gilead, because I think, well, staff's probably going to have to kick us out of there to keep us away from the place. So.